Hello everybody, Raven Knight here, and welcome to another episode of How to Build. This is a series where I teach you guys how to build all of the characters that I've created in For Honor, and some that you've seen in story missions, the campaign, or in event game modes. And today we're going to be talking about how to build Bai Gu Jing. Now the funny thing is, a lot of you may be saying, Raven, why on earth are you teaching us how to build Baigujing? It's pretty easy. Get the head, chest, and arm pieces, and that's all you need because they all look the same. What are you talking about? Well, as you guys may know, in my How to Build series, I don't just tell you what armor sets you need, I also tell you about executions, feats, colors, weapons, all that fun stuff. So, what I want to do today is teach you the things that I use to build my awesome version of Baigujing, which will be as close to lore accurate as possible. Now, let me stress a few things. First of all, Baigujing in the actual Journey to the West didn't do much fighting. What she mainly did was try to deceive Sun Wukong and Tripitaka and the rest of the gang, failed to deceive Sun Wukong, got killed for it, and then that's what ended up splitting up Wukong and Tripitaka. That's another story. Watch my Son Wukong and Journey to the West reading series on my other channel to learn more about that. We'll get to that eventually. But for now, just know that as we talk about what we're doing with Baigujing, I'm basing this on lore accurate for not only Journey to the West, but also in the game of For Honor. So, we're going to talk about all that stuff. If you did not get all of the Baigujing armor pieces, I am so very sorry. I really am. I know that it was a limited time thing. You don't have to watch this video, but if you did get it, follow along, guys, and I'm going to teach you what you have to do to make Bai Gu Jing fit lore accurate. So, first of all, the armor, pretty obvious. The Bai Gu Jing, Bai Gu Jing, Bai Gu Jing, obviously. Now, what about the weapon? Okay, so what I did for the weapon is I used the Scorching Crucible Blade, and the reason I like that one is because of the awesome pattern it has on the blade. It looks burnt, which, if you played the game mode, Baigujing uses a lot of fire, so I thought that would look very well. The Mirages of Desiccation Hilt and the Mirages of Desiccation Guard, because they've got the bone look on them, and I like that bone look. I think that works really well, especially since she is the White Bone Spirit. Yeah, so bones, and heat. That's what we got here. So Scorching Crucible Blade, Mirages of Desiccation Hilt, Mirages of Desiccation Guard. That is what you're going to need for the weapons. For the ornament, you're going to need the Baigujing's Craft. Now, you could also just go without if you wanted to. That would be totally fine. Or you could go with Store Medallion, which you got from the Jormungandr bundle, or Scavenging the Battlefield. So those are the two that I would recommend for this. But really, I use the Baigujing's Craft. I think it looks best for what we're going to do. For traits, it really doesn't matter. I mean, you're obviously going to want alternate 2 because it looks more feminine. That one looks more male. I go with alternate 2. Skin color, doesn't matter. Okay. Next, follow me on this one. For the chest, nothing. It does not matter because it's not going to show up anyway. For the left arm, nothing. It doesn't matter, it's not going to show up anyway. Nothing. And nothing. You don't need anything because it's not going to show up. Everything's going to stay pure white, and that's totally fine. So we're not even worried about that. Let's move on. For material, it does not matter. I use gold, but that's just because I like the gold emblem. But again, it doesn't matter. It's not going to show up. And for colors, it doesn't matter. It's not going to show up. So everything on this side of the screen here, all of this, none of it matters except for having alternate 2 and using the Baigujing's Craft ornament. Those are the only 2 things that matter. Nothing else here matters. I know, pretty anticlimactic, right? But nothing else here matters other than those 2 things. Okay. Now, what do we need over here? For feats, you want all of her default feats, especially because during the game mode, she used all of these default feats, especially Scorching Deluge. So you're definitely going to want to use Scorching Deluge. Now, if you want to be accurate to the Journey of the West, the book, you might want to replace Scorching Deluge with Last Laugh, because at the end of the day, Bai Gu Jing got the last laugh on Sun Wukong, even though she died. So, Last Laugh would be more lore accurate. Fiery Passing is fine, although Nuke Kubi could work because she's a demon. Qilin's Rouge is great, although you might also enjoy Winter's Advantage or Thick Skin. Either one would work. And then Fiery Tusk is fine, although you may also like Fast Recovery. All of those would work. But the only one that would be really lore accurate would be either Scorching Deluge to go with the For Honor lore, or Last Laugh to go with Journey to the West lore. It's up to you what you go with. It's really up to you on that one. Okay. For executions, you're going to need Graceful Expedient, What a Waste, Doe's Will, and the Jasmine Box. Those 4 are going to be what you want to go with. Now, I'll be real honest. The ones that are Zanhu unique exclusive executions, you could kind of go with whatever you want as long as they look graceful. Because that's the thing about the Bai Gu Jing character. She is a graceful, acrobatic individual. She's used to using power, but also grace to get what she wants. These graceful movements really fit her. So that's why I like ones like What a Waste in the way that she moved. Doe's Will, again, in the way that she moved. But why the Jasmine Box? Because the Jasmine Box is capturing a soul. And Bai Gu Jing's whole thing was to capture Tripitaka's soul. So, I just think that works really well. So if you have the Jasmine Box execution, now's your chance to finally use it for someone and give it to Bai Gu Jing. For emotes, you're going to want the Sword Master, because Bai Gu Jing in the lore here is a Sword Master, and I also gave her Chimera Zither. Now, why that? Because she's a performer in the For Honor lore. She's a performer. She likes the opera. She likes music. She likes plays. She likes all that fun stuff. So I could just see her playing a zither. I could just see her doing that. I think that's a cool idea. For combat, you can do whatever you want. I do Imperial Salute and Brief Docility. I use those because they're respectful. That's the only reason. You could also go with Ready to Slice because it looks a little bit performative. But other than that, I mean, it could be whatever you want. All right. Signature. Dark Specters. Shows off that demonic true nature of hers. So I go with Demonic Spectre because it shows off the true demon that she is. And then finally, for effects, pretty obvious, you're going to want the Bai Gu Jing's Craft, which you can only get from the exclusive outfit that comes with it, the Illustrious Outfits Theater of Bones. You're probably going to want this on everything because it just shows what she is, you know. All right. And that was pretty easy, right? Pretty quick, pretty easy. That is how you make the lore-accurate Bai Gu Jing. You may be saying, Raven, this felt kind of rushed and a little lazy. And here's the truth, guys. I could not think of anything else you could do to Bai Gu Jing here. Her outfit is very hard to customize, and unless they change anything, because they didn't say they would. They didn't say that you could color the outfit or add paint patterns or anything to the outfit. So if this is all they can do, then this is the limit of what I can say to do to make her look lore accurate. This is the best that I can say, and because Bai Gu Jing only appears in one chapter of Journey to the West and no other, really, there's not a lot from Journey to the West to really go off of in terms of designing her, so this was probably the best I could do. But what do you think? Do you have all the Bai Gu Jing weapon and armor pieces that you need? Are you going to make her look the way I said to? Are you going to give her all the feats and the executions that I recommended? Let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, guys, I will see you in my next video. Take care.